The Tangent Egg podcast is aimed at a mature audience. It contains themes that are not appropriate for all listeners. It's important to note that we are not experts. We routinely have no idea what we're talking about and are just three idiots sitting around a table. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome to Tangent Egg podcast. I'm Seth, and as always, I'm with me, Swoosh and John Doe.
Hi.
Hello.
And first up, I'm going to point out that Karl Jobst has actually posted his video about the lawsuit he lost.
Yeah. Which was pretty interesting.
It's not the worst YouTuber apology thing I've seen.
Yeah, I've definitely... There's always been worse. Like, hell, what was it? The ukulele chick? Fuck.
But comparatively, it's not a lot of, it's not a huge amount of deflection. And he does bring up some relevant points, but, some of them, he made the retraction about the Apollo Legend stuff on the end of another video.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, don't bring up a Dark Souls video that you're like, this one got more views than the original video where I said it. And that's the one with the retraction. It's like the last 5 minutes of the video, man. Don't. That's not a retraction.
Yeah. That's kind of burying the lead. It's like,
But he does set out kind of why he thought he was going to be able to win. His whole case was based around, yes, the cheating was a big part of it.
Yeah.
The idea was to try and show that Billy Mitchell his reputation is so besmirched already that what Karl said didn't besmirch him, and thusly it's not defamation.
Yeah.
Basically,
It's already
such a
shit.
shitheel, whatever I said doesn't matter.
Another
Pretty
shovel
much.
of shit is not going to affect the shit sandwich that is already shit.
Yeah.
To which the
That was
judge
essentially
replied
what he was
with,
going
no, he
for.
can still dig deeper. We believe he could be a more horrible person.
I think it's less that and more a guy suing some random people. Yeah, it's shitty, and I'll say it. I think Billy Mitchell's a pretty shitty dude.
He's very petty. Definitely.
Yeah, which is why it's like, do I say that because he could theoretically sue me?
Yeah.
But it's an opinion, not a fact.
Yes.
I'm not stating things about him.
That is true. Like,
I believe that.
I don't like him. In my opinion, he's just not a nice person.
Yeah, but also, in his defense, and I hate the fact I'm about to say this, yeah, when you imply that someone's responsible for someone unaliving themselves...
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's not great to hear, because it's one of those things, you probably should not have put that in the video if you hadn't fully vetted it, or gotten some kind of
Yeah, he
concrete
points
proof.
out that he had some evidence that led him to believe to that position.
Yeah.
He has since found out that it was not the whole truth, and that he's got more facts about it, and wouldn't have said the things he said if he'd known them back then. Still made them, and then you buried your retraction of them. So
He did
Come
at
on,
least
man.
own up to a few things, which was good. He's like, yeah, no, I could have done this better. He didn't just, shuffle all of it off. He did admit that, yes, no, I could have done these things much better than I did.
yeah,
So, which kind of brings it back to being one of the better YouTuber apologies.
pretty much.
Didn't rely on a
He-
gimmick, was just him saying things and giving as much fact as he could in the subject, and
Yeah,
yeah.
and he didn't threaten to sue anyone.
Yeah.
It's a
He also
YouTube
wa-
apology without a lawsuit in it.
Yeah.
He also wasn't apologizing for, something shady, like touching kids on YouTube, because, that seems to be
Or
all they're
holding
doing.
thousands of dollars.
Yeah. Holding hundreds of thousands of dollars to hand onto a charity. I wonder what's
The
happening.
fact that there's
guys.
good news that there was an apology without a fucking major other major scandal
actually,
behind it.
Yeah.
And
That's what's fucking
thankfully-
shocking.
Yeah, the interesting thing, he put out a new video as well just about speedrunning, so I need to go check out the comments to see how many people are being weird in them, because they always do that shit. It's like, no, why don't you address more updates with this? It's like, he told us he'll be back, it's okay.
I mean, this is the thing, I think, with Karl, because of what happened, it's not as, it's not as, toxic. Yeah, some people are annoyed at him, and that's fair. A lot of people didn't understand, what the lawsuit was about or how it was functioning, and made wrong assumptions. So they do have a right to feel annoyed, and they can be shitty. But having a quick squiz at the comments on that video, it's not like that.
Excellent. That is always good.
And I kind of figured Karl would bounce back pretty quick. Again, he had a lawsuit. He lost it.
Yeah.
Moving on.
He'll deal as he does.
It's not all the things that people usually get caught up with and having to do an apology video on YouTube for.
Yeah. It's pretty benign.
His apology video is more for, look, man, I did solicit some funds and I got those funds and yeah, okay, maybe some people feel betrayed, so I should address that. Much more than, okay, if I don't say something the right way, I'm cooked.
As opposed to, like, what's his name? Jack Doherty, who I'm pretty sure is now completely fucked, which I'm so happy about.
Has he been kicked off, like, every fucking platform?
Every platform has gone, you know what, no, you're not allowed here anymore, and just removed him.
Good. One more social pest removed from the internet.
Yeah. So basically his main source of revenue is gone, which I'm a...
Although I do like that a lot more people are being willing to, like, fight those people.
Oh, I'm still loving the fact that nuisance streamers are getting their comeuppance.
All it was going to take was one of them to cop it, then everyone else go, wait, we can do that? Fuck yes.
Yeah. Well, another one did it in Thailand or, like, somewhere recently.
Oh, yeah, Johnny Smiley.
No, someone since him. Another guy. Can't remember his name. I have to find it again. But it was either Singapore or the Philippines, one of the two. But he got pulled up for just being a public nuisance. And they're not letting him just get off the fine and be exported out. It's like, no. You did a crime here, which means you're going to do time here. It's like, oh, but no. That's not going to be a fun place to be.
And I think there's also a certain level where, like, people are over these people getting away with it.
Yeah.
And it's like, cool, sure, fine. You're going to post me on the internet and try and make me look stupid. But I'm still going to have punched you in the face, so I'm going to feel good.
Do you remember the chick years and years ago who got caught going to Bali with a shit ton of cocaine?
Chappelle Corby.
Corby. Yeah, Michelle Corby.
Yeah.
It's one of those things as well, like, if before the internet, before these guys were streaming themselves doing this dumb shit at any point, they could have gone to an embassy and go, oh, woe is me, please help. But these guys are just publicly showing, no, I'm an asshole, I'm doing these things. It's like, no one can help you. You recorded yourself doing the dumb thing. It's on the internet forever now.
It's one of the things I keep seeing, and anytime I see videos that, like, lawyers are talking about stuff, sooner or later they'll make the comment, look, guys, you need to stop filming yourself doing crimes and uploading them if you want to get away with it.
Yeah.
Don't gather your own evidence.
It's so strange. I love when it happens, because it's hilarious.
Oh, yeah, every time.
But in the back of my head, it's like, come on, have we devolved that far in education?
I mean, America feels like it's trying.
Really fucking hard. They're speedrunning that bullshit.
Well, I mean, they signed in the thing to get rid of the Department of Education, right?
I don't know if that's gone through, but I know they were trying.
Yeah, it's either it's gone through or it's something to do with, like, a state level now. And it's like, guys, this is a bad idea. You kind of need that. And because they've done that, of course, you know, Trump Jr. over here in Australia is trying to, we can do that. No, go fuck yourself.
Dutton.
Dutton and Palmer, both those two. I do not like
it's so annoying. Near my house, I have to drive past it every time I'm coming home from work. It's one of Clive Palmer's fucking billboards.
He's got 10-minute fucking ads on YouTube. That alone is enough to hate the bastard.
I just that fat fuck needs to just fuck off.
Yeah. I don't want billionaires near government at all.
Particularly in Australia, if I recall, and I could be wrong, feel free to correct me, he's a coal billionaire too.
Yeah. Coal,
and it's like,
copper, bunch of stuff.
Dude, we don't need a mining magnate running our country.
Yeah. He's not going to help
fucked,
things.
Palmer.
He's also just not a nice person.
No, he generally has always come across as a bit of a cunt.
Yeah. Like, I remember at one point I went to, for lack of a better word, a fat camp. That was next to his, like, golf course with, like, the weird dinosaur park and all that kind of shit. and we had to cut through it every day to get to the beach. And he sold property in there. People could live in there, but they'd shut off all the fucking water because he wanted to get rid of it. He's like, I don't want this anymore. I need to get rid of it. And we'll just shut off the power or shut off access to things.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a bit of a dick.
Yeah, no. The one thing I like is that he never gets much of the vote. It's like, yeah, okay, there's always going to be some extremist end of the fucking spectrum that's going to be like, yeah, Palmer! But it's not us.
The coalition, like, Liberals are getting fucking desperate. They're throwing in with Pauline Hanson. They're throwing in with One Nation.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's fucking wild.
That's when you know they're truly desperate.
Well, again, have you seen Dutton?
Yeah.
Yeah. He looks like Voldemort, I swear to God.
He looks like Timu Voldemort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
we have Voldemort at home.
he couldn't even invade the fucking bike shed, let alone a school.
He reminds me of, like, if you gave him one of those, like, Ned Flanders-like mustaches, he'd be the creepy uncle in any, like, movie ever.
I have absolutely zero proof of this or anything, but does he not look like if you touched him, he'd be damp?
Oh, moist. Absolutely.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I do get that impression from him. It's like, I don't know why.
Like, I'm not saying, like, there's a sheen of sweat or anything, but, like, that...
No, like...
I feel like he'd be clammy.
Like a frog. Like you picked up a frog and it's that tackiness.
Yeah. It's that little bit of, like, just... This should not be as tactile as it is. Why is it vaguely sticky? Yay, politics. I love it so much. The one thing I'm really not looking forward to, though, is the going to the polls and going to actually do the voting.
I'm going to do early voting, just so I don't have to deal with it on the fucking day. If I want a democracy sausage, I go to Bunnings.
Yeah. But it's just, I do it on, like, lunch, like, early, but there's still a shit ton of the guys with the flyers right in front going, Dad, take the thing! It's like, I don't want to take the thing. I know who I'm voting for. Like, you trying to force this shit on me is going to make me hate you more. It's fine.
Yeah. That's why I do early polling, like, so I can avoid all that bullshit.
Yeah. There's still always, like, the LNP guys never go away.
Oh, fuck. At least the Greens and Labour are like, you're voting for us? Not talking about it. Cool. LNP is just like, no, I'm going to follow you because you engaged me. You made the mistake of meeting eyes, and now we need a political battle.
It's like, pretty much, like a Pokemon battle. You made eyes with them, now you have to, like, communicate. It's like Hare Krishnas and the charity people out on the street. Make eye contact. Oh, God, now I have to interact with you. Oh, God.
I mean, I will admit I had one hilarious and like it was so hard to mean mug and not engage with the guy because it was such a funny moment. It's one of those charity guys, and I was wearing a band t-shirt from a metal band called Fallujah.
Yeah.
Now they'd supported a different band the night before, so the dude decided he wants to try and connect with me by saying he was at that show. So it's a dude. He's for the lifesavers. In the middle of a mall goes, yeah, cattle decapitation!
Oh,
it's like, bro, I know you're talking to me, but like, that's probably not the best thing for you to yell.
Oh, that's brilliant. At least you know he's a fan of the music, so hey.
Yeah, look, a little bit of me wanted to talk to him, but it was like, no, I really don't want to get called into it.
We can't reward this behavior. But
fuck.
Do you remember the Hare Krishnas out the front of Quantum when we were there?
Yeah.
Because they would just say random shit just to confuse you, just enough to spring in and try and
just
start
so
a
you'd
conversation.
stop and say, what? And then...
Yeah.
I
remember one of them was a guy, and he was like, are those your shoes? As you walk by. And it did catch me once, like, fucking what? And, he started his spiel, it's like, no, I'm going, goodbye, and just walk away.
Yeah.
But
my bigger problem was I've been on, like, 2 a.m. work nights trying to get all my assignments done, and you're rolling in first thing in the morning. You just haven't gotten to the night owl for that fucking energy drink to start the day, and then they're fucking tambourines.
Oh, the tambourines and the fucking drums. They're having a whale of a time, and well done to them, but I haven't slept in 3 days. Please stop.
That was what got me with them, was just like, I can't with you guys. No. I'm too sleep deprived for this.
It was them and the Mormons who were like, oh, you can take this free book. It's like, okay. No, you can't go. It's $10. Like, you just told me it was free. And they try and trap you on a transaction. It's like, why am I being held hostage here?
I didn't want your stupid fucking book. It's thin enough for rolling paper. That's all I was interested in.
Yeah, pretty much.
Actually, a friend of mine at a party ran out of papers for his cigarettes, so rolled it with a page of the Bible. Yeah. Apparently, it was the worst cigarette he'd ever had.
I really hope he chose a good passage for it, though. There's got to be at least a few parables in there that'd be really fun to...
And the Lord said to thou, cough thine lungs up.
And the Lord said, let there be a light.
And thou there were the snackers.
Actually, all the shit I look at on Instagram, there's a thing going around. A guy is popping up on my feed a lot, trying to convince me that Christianity is just low-key hijacking religion.
Yeah, the doo-doo compared it to the Greek gods.
Yeah.
I know the guy.
Yeah, the annoying thing is, it makes sense in my head. I have to stop watching this. I can't believe this. Loki stealing the godship from the others. And just, usurping it with Christianity of all things. But, yeah. It made me giggle.
Yeah, no, I saw those and was like, yeah, these are pretty legit.
Yeah. He's making too much sense here. Like, I want to let him cook, but at the same time, oh god.
I can feel the tinfoil hat descending.
I'm getting closer every day.
If anything, that would make a good, like, Parliament of Gods for a D&D campaign.
It would, actually. That would be pretty entertaining.
Sorry. My autism brain just did a thing.
Yeah, autism.
Thing I wanted to bitch about. I've had problems with my computer for a little while now, where I'll be playing games and randomly the screen will freeze, but the game will keep running.
Yeah.
And I can Alt-Tab and Alt-Tab back to it, and the game will keep running fine. I had no idea what was going on. I asked one of my techie friends, and they're like, what are you running? Windows 11? Go in here and change your power settings. It's basically going into soft hibernation.
Yeah.
Why is that on by default?
Yeah.
I need to do that.
Your PC has a battery saver mode, and it will automatically put things to sleep, because Windows 11 is made for laptops.
Where the fuck is this setting? Because I need to change that, because I've been having the same issue.
And look for power settings, and you'll see performance or power saving, and in there you'll have battery saving modes.
And you just need to put everything into, like, never sleep, never hibernate, never do anything except, like, blank the screen after an action for 10 minutes. That's fine. You'll be in, like, performance mode. You need to just, like, turn off all the modes. And that won't happen anymore.
So Windows 10 had the same settings, but it didn't, if you had a PC, it didn't default with the battery settings on. Whereas Windows 11 seems to default with the battery settings on.
I'm glad this random bit of my brain being like, you should talk about this thing that was pissing you off. It's going to help. And I wonder if it'll help the two other people who listen to this show.
And now you know. And knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe.
Alright, I'm going to go through all that later. We got distracted from, like, the main point there. What were we originally talking about?
Karl Jobst lawsuit.
Oh, that's right.
Topic 1 of the list.
So, in conclusion, Karl Jobst, good apology.
Yeah. So, it's been absolutely mint watching the internet rip apart the whole Katy Perry goes to space thing.
Oh, it's some quality memes. I love it. And the conspiracies. That's so good.
The thing I found out, which I didn't know, was that so what I understood when I first read about it is they went up to space for 11 minutes.
Yeah.
They didn't go up to space for 11 minutes. The entire flight from launch to landing was 11 minutes.
Yeah.
They were in space for like a minute.
Did they even get weightlessness?
They did. But
sort of.
about
Sort
the same
of.
as those, like, you know, those
The vomit comet.
planes. Yeah, the vomit comets will dive down and give you that feeling. Same kind of thing.
Because it was running on the exact same idea. It was just doing a parabolic arc. It did go higher than the vomit comets go. Theoretically, they did actually break Atmo.
Yeah.
But, like, just?
Yeah. So,
And then came straight back down.
everyone's saying they're astronauts. It's like, no, stop that.
No.
Do not give them this. Like, that takes a lot of training and dedication, and go fuck yourself. You're not an astronaut.
That's
Compared to them, I would say the guy who did that Red Bull jump is more of an
fucking
astronaut.
oath. Hell yeah.
Absolutely. I would definitely go for that.
I don't know if he's went as high, but he has a lot more qualification for it.
He didn't go as high as they did, but he did, if I recall, and it's been a while since they did it. I think he went, like, just to the edge of the atmosphere.
Yeah.
If they got to the
And then
top
he
and
did
Katy Perry jumped out and she... Yeah, sure, astronaut. Good luck to you. But no.
Yeah. They are a space voyaging citizen. They're not an astronaut. They can go away.
They did little more than take a high airplane ride.
Although
because they had a crew of actual people up there to make it happen.
Yeah, they were just passengers. But there's the... what was it? Like, there has been a lot of backlash from people going, the first female cruise. Actually, that was done many years ago by the Soviets, of all people.
It was in 1963.
Nice. And it was the Soviets who did it, or?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, because they also got the first woman in space. Because after the Americans joined, they was like, fuck it, just shotgun things. We need to do things. Oh, God, that entire situation is dumb.
we all knew that, like, the beginning of space flight for people was going to be the ultra-rich.
Yeah, we knew it was going to start there, definitely.
I'm not going to lie. If I had $100,000 or however fucking much it costs to go on this thing, just lying around doing nothing,
yeah,
I'd probably go to space. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I get it. I understand. I would also like to go see space one day. But it's when they came back down, the kissing of the ground, the theatrics, and the chick, I can't remember her name, I hate her. All of them look like they'd fit comfortably on The View. But it's just, she was saying, have you been to space? It's like, go fuck yourself. It's the new, let them eat cake, essentially. Because that's been the center of controversy for people. It's like, how fucking dare you say this? No. Stop that. You are not better than us because you went to space.
It was the fact that, I think it's like Blue Sky or something. It's the guy who is the company. It's Bezos' rocket company.
Yeah. With his dick.
Turned it into a giant marketing hoo-ha.
Yeah.
Because, like, if Perry had gone up and come back down and just been like, yeah, man, I just paid to go to space. Like, it's space.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you if you could?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I'd be like, yeah, whatever, man. You've got a bajillion fucking dollars from your record deals. You're a celebrity. Whatever. Do what you want with your fucking money. I don't give a fuck. I'd really like you to give some of it to me or make some poor people's lives better, but, like, it's your fucking call.
That would be ideal.
You want to go to space? Go to space. But own the fact that you just wanted to go to fucking space.
Yeah. But even then, they weren't looking out of anything. Like, they were... Like, there was massive windows on this thing, which is apparently another conspiracy theory. Like, massive windows, but they're all just looking at the camera. Like, for a long period. It's like, you guys are, like, up high enough to see the arc of, like, the arc of the world. Like, just look at that. Stop looking at space. Stop singing at the camera.
Especially when you're only going to get, like, 2 minutes max.
Yeah. Just, then there's the people going, no, it never happened because, the thing is pristine white. It opens from the inside. And it's like, I get it. That's fair. But that's probably just a separate scene they had dressed up for photos.
I mean, maybe, like, I've seen a lot of conspiracy stuff about the landed version of the craft. I don't know. And honestly, I don't care enough to dig into it.
Well, some of it actually makes sense because some people like you don't have a push-in door on a craft that's going into space. Because,
I mean, like that, the windows, the fact that their hair didn't float, no one was wearing compression suits, no one was wearing anything that would have aided in vacuum. There's a million reasons why to say it's staged. There also are, coincidentally, a lot of the reasons why it's also probably that they only just went into space.
Yeah.
Like, and I mean just.
They dipped their toe in.
Yeah. They went up. It's too cold in space. I'm going back.
But a lot of the conspiracy theories can be just, talked away very simply because, doesn't have the scorch marks of coming into atmosphere. Yes, because it was barely out.
Yeah, it landed like an aeroplane because it was an aeroplane.
Yeah, like it did that. It didn't burn up or anything because it didn't have enough time to get the friction for it. Like, that's fine. That makes sense. And people just understandably want to find a reason to be shitty at it because I want to be shitty at it, but also space.
Yeah.
So.
Because I don't want to go to space.
Yeah. Let the poor people go to space.
We're going to make this podcast big enough that Bezos has to send us to space for 2 minutes.
Send us to the moon. Fuck your crypto.
Fly
Guarantee you it'll be shittier content.
We'll beam far shittier content from the lunar surface.
I mean, come on. It's like, oh god, I'm in 0G. Oh crap, all my flaps in 0G.
Look, if they...
It's slimming.
If they somehow paid us enough to go to the moon, I would go there, like, in a spacesuit and just set up an IKEA desk for us to sit at and run a podcast. Sitting there in suits, like, internal comms recording it, we still have the fake mic sitting on the desk. Great.
Yes, I would No, it needs to be one of those budding trestle tables.
Yes.
Yeah, the grey plastic top with the black legs that folds out, that catches your fingers every time you fucking close it.
100%. Has to be one of those.
Yeah. That'd be perfect. And just some really cheap chairs.
We'll just leave it on the moon.
Just to be the first podcast on the moon. It wasn't safe by any means. There's 3 fucking Australians who somehow got there. God knows how.
I don't know. Strap a bunch of kangaroos to a thing and make them all jump at the same time.
We went the Junkrat method. Just a lot of dynamite.
I don't know. What would it be like? Somehow we managed to scare inanimate objects with the wildlife in Australia. I don't fucking know.
No, it is the wildlife in Australia. Just a spider evolves to throw people into space.
There's something bigger than the big boy?
The biggest boy. Oh, God. It's all manner of dumb, and people are understandably pissed off by how it was like done and the marketing used for it and all that shit. And it's just... looks like Bezos rattling his dick around. Like, look at me, aren't I a big boy? It's just, no.
Well, I mean, he's getting pretty shown up by Musk right now. As far as spaceships go.
I think he's just, like, sad that everyone's paying attention to Musk because he keeps fucking everything up. It's like, no, mother, look at me! I'm doing things!
Well, that people looking at him might be a big problem right now because Tesla's down 70% profits on last year.
Yeah, it turns out if you out yourself as a Nazi, people don't want to, like, be anything with your business.
No. According to Musk, all these people are only protesting because they were receiving money from the fraud that they found and shut down. They're just grumpy they can't have their money anymore.
For fuck's sake. It's literally just like the YouTubers yelling, oh, it's fake comments. They're paid for them. But no. Stop it. You are meant to be one of the richest people in the world. Stop being a child.
Even if he stepped back from the government now, like, that name has been burned fucking hard. That's a fucking long way to climb back, and I don't think it can be done. They were looking to out him as CEO, because if they could get the votes, we were like, no, fuck off, you go sit in the corner now. We'll elect someone else who can actually lead the company. But I think...
I still think they should.
They should, yeah, but I think that's why he's stepping away. He's realized he would lose all control, and the narcissist...
So he's not stepping away completely. He's still going to dedicate 1 to 3 days a week to government stuff. He's just not going to be full-time government. He's going to refocus toward Tesla.
Oh, I would like him to be no-time government.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck part-time.
Well,
no time.
Apparently his special government status
expires
soon.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see whether the president extends it or resets it.
I hope he just lets it lapse and be like, no, just go do your own thing. You've
been worse than what I thought you were going to be.
Well, I think the nail in the coffin came from, was it The Times put a picture of Elon Musk behind the Oval Office desk?
Was that real?
I
wasn't
don't
sure
know
if that was a real.
Yeah,
well, there was a video
I've
of
seen
him standing there, like talking to people from behind it.
Yeah, no, the Times article thing. It's just a big red background with Musk sitting behind the Oval Office desk.
Oh, that I don't know.
The Prime Minister.
I don't know if it's real, but it was asked to Donald Trump because they asked him, "Oh, what do you think of this?" And it's like I don't know, but you could tell he looked pretty pissed. So even if it's fake, I'm pretty sure Trump won't be able to tell if it's fake because I don't think he can tell the difference between fantasy and real world anymore. So he might just oust him for that.
If it's in his head, it's real world.
Clearly, it's his headcanon, therefore we must all obey it. For he is the president, who also must be the Pope now, according to the internet.
Okay, that Pope shit. All I ever hear people talk about is how J.D. Vance met the Pope and then the Pope died.
Yeah.
It's way better than that if you know the whole thing.
Nice.
Because that time when he met the Pope was actually the second time. The first time he was supposed to meet the Pope ghosted him to go give beneficial rights to prisoners.
Yeah.
Instead of talking to him, sent his 2IC to go give him a lecture about empathy.
Empathy and ethics,
And then when he met him, like right after he died.
Yeah.
If only the appointment had pushed back a day, then he could ghost him again.
No, it would be a holy ghosting.
Yeah.
That would have been fine.
God damn it.
Only a pope can pull off the greatest ghosting thing of all, the holy ghosting.
But yeah, I just love the idea that the Pope's like, oh, no, fuck that. I'm going to go hang out with these prisoners instead of J.D. Vance.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
I've met the prick. I'm done. I'm out. I can't deal with this shit anymore.
I've shaken
you
his
made
hand.
me talk to him. Permanent outies.
I used up all my empathy, not bitch slapping him. I'm done. I'm out.
Yes. There's a video of them shaking hands and meeting, and all I wanted in that moment was the Pope to turn to an aide and just be given some hand sanitizer immediately or something.
That was the only way he could get his hands clean. He had to leave this mortal coil because he couldn't wash it off his hands.
Out, down spot! Out, I say!
Ever clean!
Oh,
I mean, I'm sure he had an entire army of guys with fucking cushion cleaners for whatever chairs Vance sat on.
Yeah.
I've sanitized my hand. It still smells like dookie. I need to die. I'm done.
I'm done. I'm out. Actually, is this considered a retirement or a promotion for the Pope?
It depends on your perspective.
That's true. But it is sad that Pope Francis has passed. He's actually one of the few popes I kind of liked.
Well, he was one of the more, quote-unquote, progressive popes.
Yeah.
He still had his problems. He did still help cover up crap within the church. But he was okay with the gay.
He was. He at least didn't want to kill them all, which is a step forward for the Catholic Church.
Yeah, 100%.
And the fact that
So
at one point in his life he was a bouncer. So he most likely manhandled and kicked someone out of a club at some point. Can you imagine being able to look back and say, the Pope kicked me out? I was manhandled. I was punched in the face by the Pope, motherfucker.
Yeah. But he was a relatively... He looked like a decent human being. He seemed to follow the actual tenets of, Jesus and all that kind of stuff. So, good for him. But sad he's gone.
The question right now is whether or not they'll get another, liberal Pope or they'll backroom deal and get a much more conservative one in. Because within the I don't know what the...
Cardinals is where
Cardinal.
they were. Yeah.
I know the Cardinals is the group. I don't know what the
branch.
group is called.
What flavor? What flavor of Cardinal are you? What color?
I mean, all Cardinals are red.
Yeah.
That's the point. There's not very many of them. With papacy, that's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
They kind of want a more conservative. They didn't like the you can be okay with gays, but we're not.
Yeah. There's a couple, there's two factions essentially, but one faction is we really like these two. So there's one which was his successor essentially, his second-hand man who has a lot of the same views. It's yes, we want him there. But the other is there's an African minister who's up for it. It's fuck yeah, that could be fun.
And Francis did spend a bit of time toward the end of his time as Pope actually stacking the deck. So we'll see how that goes. He made a few cardinal appointments that are like, yeah, he was pretty much bringing in liberal people.
Yeah. Which is great. At least something will survive.
Hopefully.
Because he didn't.
Then there's... yeah, true. There's all the other stuff to do with it, but... gosh.
So, Ubisoft's back on their shit.
They couldn't go a fucking week without the dumb shit.
Well, one is the regrettable, but we all fucking saw it coming, closure of one of their studios, laying off 185 people.
Who'd have thunk it?
It's like, yeah, during their... Oh, and it was for targeted restructuring.
Which basically means y'all fucked up for something that we don't care about.
It doesn't even mean y'all fucked up. It just means shit's fucked and you're taking the bullet whether you like it or not.
I sneezed too hard today and I'm in a bad mood. Cut off 150 jobs.
Yeah, something like that. So, you know, hearts out to the people who lost their jobs, but, like, I would be surprised if half of those people who lost their jobs weren't already, like, doing their
half
LinkedIn.
A foot out the door.
Oh, definitely.
Like, already eyeing off the next thing down the road.
I imagine being fired by them would just be a weight off your shoulders. Like, I don't have to come in here tomorrow? Oh my god! It'd be like a Zom 100. How he's just so happy that the world's ended, now he doesn't have to work anymore. That's their reaction.
But they're still, like I said, on their shit because they're launching Might and Magic Fates, which is their trading card game, which shock horror has Web3 integration.
Yeah.
I know why. They want money. But why?
They want a
money.
digital Magic the Gathering. They want to be able to collect those cards.
Yeah.
That's...
And it'd be like, only certain amounts of them. It's like, no, go away. Just give us a good
fuck. But, like, you don't own anything. You don't own them. You own a link description, which is just as valid to link rod.
Yeah.
You're not buying something.
All I want is just a Magic the Gathering game that just has the cards in it and leave me alone from there. Like, just stop it. There's a few old ones which were really good. Actually, no. What I want is Magic the Gathering or any other trading card game to evolve to the point of Yu-Gi-Oh! In the anime. I want that shit. We have the technology for augmented reality in a sense. Like, just start aiming towards that, guys. Give me the thing. I will put up with a lot more bullshit that way.
Yeah.
I'm very easily bribed. just give me nerd shit.
Yes. For anyone who wants to have us spruik your shit, we are very bribable.
Exceedingly
We are
bribable.
extremely bribable.
Goddamn.
Except for Raid Shadow Legends. Go fuck yourself. I'm not doing that.
No.
Yeah, no, if we ever do a Raid Shadow Legends advertisement, it's going to be like our safe word for the community. Like, the trigger was like, we've been taken captive. You must revolt.
It'd want to be Audible?
No.
Game Pass?
We split them for free.
Literally the only way I would do a Raid Shadow Legends plug would be if they let me read their script verbatim, changing nothing.
Yeah.
So it doesn't cut to footage. It doesn't, like, I don't insert our name.
Yeah. It would actually say
it's literally
insert
just...
Insert funny
like,
quip. Insert view of me playing game.
Everybody at insert name loves this high-quality mobile game.
Yeah.
If I can read it like that, I'll do the fucking sponsorship. But that's fucking it.
Yeah.
I'm putting zero effort into it.
Agreed.
Not that you see Raid Shadow Legends ads anymore.
No, they have gone very quiet lately. But you see them occasionally pop up where it's like, oh, we've got a new hero. And they're still making fun of the Death Knight, apparently, because that's their thing. So
yeah, he's their joke character.
Yeah.
I mean, like, the one I see right now a lot is Magic Spoon.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Really, they're like a dietary balanced cereal company.
Oh, yeah. Actually, I remember that's popped up on
A lot of the people who spruik it, and it's like, oh, it's like kid cereal, but for adults.
So cereal.
Yeah, I know. It's like I can buy a box of Fruit Loops if I fucking want. I'm sorry, tricks are not for kids.
Tricks are for me. I paid for these. Fuck off.
Tricks are for whoever the motherfucker coughed up the cash.
Yeah. Trying to bogart our cereals.
I mean, why the fuck would you want to? It's terrible.
I've never actually tried Tricks.
My
It's
housemate
chalky
decided
marshmallow. It's fucking terrible.
it's basically fruit. It's basically shittier Fruit Loops.
Yeah.
I was
Because
never
that's all it is. It's
I was
just
never
sugary, vaguely fruity flavored.
It's sugared loops with slightly sweetened chalk.
Yeah.
I could never do cereal with milk. Found out later, it's probably because I was lactose intolerant. But I used to use like Cocoa Pops in like vanilla yogurt. That shit was fucking delicious. Or
Yeah, I
Cocoa
could buy
Pops
that.
in Greek yogurt. That's fucking tasty.
I had this horrible feeling you were going to say I had them with water, and I was just be like, I don't know if I can be friends with food.
Oh, no,
At
that point...
Like, our friendship went from like, this is strong to, that's a real fun fucking friend there.
Yeah. Oh, man. Like, if I had said that, I'd be dead by now. The assassins would already have the kill shot on me. But yeah, no. I did meet someone who did that once. I never met them again. So...
Wait, is this podcast coming from the purgatory? Because clearly that psychopath murdered you. Is this how I find out I'm dead?
Look, if it turned out we were actually in hell, it would make a lot more sense. I'm not gonna lie.
We are the figments of your imagination. We are your torment.
Just imagine you die and you wake up in the afterlife. It's like, oh, how was it? That was horrible. Who did this? Oh, each pod is your own mind. Oh, God, I did this to myself.
Anyway, you're going back to work.
Back to work. Ah. Knowing our luck. Look, they'll find a way to make us work in our sleep one day.
One day. It's not fucking far off, I reckon.
Actually, no,
they're already looking how to punch ads into your dreams.
Yeah, I saw that. Like, no. It shouldn't immediately go to ads. I should get entertainment first, not advertisings. Oh, and they're still looking to start advertising in the sky again. Because that's fun.
Please stop. Please stop.
I don't want advertisements. If I see any advertisement in the sky for something, I'm never buying that product.
Yeah, the problem is it'll probably be something that you actually use all of the time already.
The new Eternal Life Pill. God fucking damn it. Be the last person to die.
It's gonna be more like... I would expect it to be more like you're wiping your butt, and then you look out the window and it's like, damn it, I just bought like an entire pack of that toilet paper. I mean, I'm not gonna go buy more just to not use this.
Guess it's time to go break out the seashells. God, I love Demolition Man.
Just wait for our new product, Air. Your free trial runs out in 3, 2.
Oh, that is getting creepy. Like, there are places you can buy canned air.
Yeah.
And
places like China had it.
United States just had a report come out about I can't remember the exact number, but like a huge amount of their country, it's like toxic to breathe.
Yeah. Which is somewhat terrifying to hear.
Disproportionately affecting black communities and in particular Latino.
Oh, yeah, because they did kind of herd them all into the worst possible places, surrounding all the factories and runoffs.
Yay, first world nation.
Yay!
Let's call it that.
It's just so fucking horrible. The world is shit. Let's burn it all down and start again.
Do we want some good news for once?
Please.
Yes, please.
They remastered Oblivion.
Yay! I'm going to be playing that after we finish up tonight, actually. I've downloaded it. Fuck, it's a big download, but...
115 gig compressed.
Yeah.
That's before it extracts to run.
Yeah.
And it took on my computer, and I'm not going to pretend my computer is like the beast of all time. It's pretty good. Still took over 25 minutes to compile the shaders.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
I watched the best part of an episode of The Rookie before it was done.
But from everything I've seen, it looks really good. I did not expect it to drop that quickly either.
No, announcement and dropping on the same... Like, there were leaks leading up all the way to it, but...
Yeah.
I still thought it was,
like,
at least a few months away. Like, something along that line. Nope, suddenly it's here.
A lot of people thought they were originally holding it for, like, Summer Games Fest to be, like, a big tentpole item. But, like, guys, it's Oblivion. I'm not saying I'm not playing it. I am. I'm not saying I'm going to have a bad time. But, like, it's like a 20-year-old game that's been remastered. Yeah. It's not going to blow the world apart.
That's what's sort of making me balk at the $85 price tag.
I mean, it's on Game Pass.
Yeah, Game Pass. That's pretty much the only place I'm going to look at it. Like, for anyone that doesn't go into Game Pass, a 20-year-old game that looks prettier for $85.
Yeah. No, I want to try.
It's annoying because in the States it's $50, and it's like, that's a pretty good price.
Yeah. But for fucking once you go to USD to AUD, it's
It always looks like a good price until you buy it. Then the wallet screams, and suddenly you're in trouble.
But still, it's something that's actually good.
Yeah.
Someone remastered a game that actually deserves remastering.
Yeah. I hope they do
not
more
something
with
from
despite the team that had been working on a Skyrim mod for years, and then they just pipped them.
They actually gave a free copy of Oblivion Remaster to everyone on the Skyblivion team.
Which is pretty cool.
Wow. That is pretty good. It's also a bit of a slap in the face as well.
You've been updating this to Skyrim. Look, man, we're sorry. Here, have a free key of us having already done it for you.
The people that are doing the Morrowind to Skyrim mod are sitting there going, come on, motherfucker.
Yeah. Just a Bethesda guy walks in, gives them the key, and just like, beat you to it, bud. Just like, leaves.
Well, hey, at least it was a company that was okay with it, instead of being like, you're modding something we're remastering? DMCA, stop that!
Yeah.
Instead, they went, have a key.
Yeah. Like, here, we did the thing. You can still do your thing. We're just going to have ours.
Yeah.
Better than Bethesda's been in other times.
Yeah, pretty much. They've not had the best... well, actually, interaction with fans, Bethesda's been pretty good.
Yeah.
But, they need a couple dubs on the board, and Oblivion's finally one of them.
Yeah. Not suing a bunch of fans is probably a good dub for them at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It really is.
And they really need that, man. They really... After watching all the other games companies crumble at the moment, it's like, we should be nice to our fans again.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh, speaking of a company that's really good to its fans, have you seen the newest 2 episodes of Game Changer?
No, I'm a bit behind, but
Oh my god. They are next level. Dropout raises the bar again.
I love Dropout. I love it so much. It's the only streaming service that I actively maintain a subscription to. Whereas everything else, I might jump on something else, but that one, no. Sticking with that.
I mean, I can't tell you anything about the second episode because the entire setup is in the concept of the episode. But the first one for this year, I don't know if you remember, it was last season, there was an episode with Lou, Jacob, and Vic doing Sam Says. Yeah. And how they were, absolutely destroyed at the end of it. Yeah. After that, they actually started recording another episode featuring those 3. At which point, they gave them a dossier with a list of tasks and 1 year to complete them.
That's brilliant.
I've been seeing the shorts
of that.
The
first episode...
Yeah. I've seen a few of them.
The first episode is them showing off what they did. And it's not what Vic actually ended up doing for the episode, but I watched the behind the scenes. That one of the tasks was to take a cardboard cutout of Sam Reich.
Yes.
And put it in the most remote location they could find.
Yeah.
Vic's original plan, not the one she ended up going with for the show, was to try and get that standee in space.
Oh, that would have been fun.
She was talking to people at NASA.
I'm so sad that fell through. Because she had just a shit ton of remotes around it, which was a pretty good one. I liked it. Wordplay. But I still love the jet ski thing, though. The whole thing of like, I found a jet ski. That's fucking amazing. Goes to Waisaki, and he's got this really nice long story. Just goes back to Lou. Like, that's better than one jet ski. 2 jet skis.
Yeah,
and it's like, how dare you?
He got those 2 jet skis about a month and a half into the challenge. They were sitting at the DropOut studio under a tarp.
I love that they painted one to have the DropOut stuff on it.
Well, apparently that was their whole plan. They wanted to have the kind of crummy one come out first, and then the super decked out one come out second.
Yeah. That was great.
Seriously, you should watch them. Like, those 2 episodes are absolutely killer. I mean, the second one has Brennan, Iffy, and Katie Maravich.
Oh, nice.
And if you know anything about Brennan and Katie, they are the 2 most competitive people.
They are. But you get in the same room, and by God, is it fun.
Oh, yeah, it is. And I mean, Iffy in there for a wild card is just so good.
Iffy's good fun. He runs on, actually now, doesn't he?
Yes, he does, since Trap stepped down from it.
That's fair. He's doing pretty well. I'm still enjoying it.
Yeah. I mean, like, as we've said, DropOut is just... everything's great.
Dimension 20. Fucking... amazing.
I mean, the current season of Dimension 20 is great. I actually didn't know how serious they pull they'd got, because they got WWE personalities to come on the show and play the characters for their wrestling Greek-themed season.
Yeah.
Yeah. A friend of mine invited me around to watch the most recent WrestleMania.
Yeah.
2 of the guys from that episode were main featured acts in that WrestleMania.
Nice.
It's not like they were second bananas from like their lesser projects. It's like, no, these are like main stage guys.
That's fucking great. I love that.
So, you know, they might not be great at D&D, but man, they know they're wrestling.
Wrestling.
It's actually a really fun season. If you haven't watched it again, it basically insert name of DropOut show and assume my next words are, it's pretty fucking good.
I really enjoyed Dirty Laundry for the brief stint it had. That was pretty fun.
I'm really hoping they do a second season of Gastronauts.
Oh, yes. Gastronauts was amazing.
Finally, someone's got the balls to do a cooking show where the people asking for setting the challenges are unhinged comedians.
It's like taking, was it Iron Chef, and instead of it being one thing, it's like, we're going to do like multiple things at you this time.
It's like, I love like fucking Brennan's. I want the meal that weighs the most.
It has to be the most dense. Okay.
And fucking Iffy's one where it's like, you have to put it in a horse-style feed bag so you can eat it while I'm gaming.
Eat while gaming. I like the fact he actually tries to eat one out of the bag.
Yeah, he tries for each one of them.
Yeah.
It's like, he's got to judge it on whether or not it meets the criteria or not. Yeah. It's seriously, like, if you haven't seen Gastronauts, go see it. It's pretty fucking good.
There's gotta be. But,
yeah,
they're one of the few...
DropOut's amazing.
They're one of the few, like, YouTube models who split away from YouTube into their own thing. That really
and were successful.
Yeah.
Same
Ruthless Blue was pretty successful. Like, Rooster Teeth were pretty successful for a while, but then they just kind of fell apart.
Well, that's because they just started cutting YouTube out.
Yeah.
And being like, you just have to go and use our system.
Yeah.
DropOut went, we're going to upload a lot of our stuff for free on YouTube. Any new show we put out, we're either going to put out the first episode, or if it's old enough, the entire first season.
Yeah.
They keep touching base with YouTube and keep slowly feeding those people content, while also being like, but if you give us $10...
The fact that just eventually it's going to end up on their YouTube is pretty fun. Like, eventually entire seasons of Dimension 20 get on there, so fuck yes.
I think the first 3 seasons of Dimension 20 are on YouTube. I know I watched the first season on YouTube.
It's enough to...
And I'm pretty sure I watched Blood Keep on YouTube as well.
Blood Keep's definitely on there. I remember watching that one. Also, Brennan...
That's the season that made me want to see Trap play D&D again.
Yes.
Well, like, they were nice to their fans. They've always been really connected with them. I love that, like, despite the fact Sam Reich is a CEO, he quite often simply refers to himself as a producer.
Yeah.
Because that's what he actually does work. He doesn't just sit around and be like, yes, Ivory Tower, give me my money.
Yeah.
He's still down in the trenches trying to write funny shows for their fans and make everyone giggle.
He's still a presenter of all things. Like, he still presents Game Changer and shit. Like, yep, no, he's actually
Game Changer, Make Some Noise, I think are both hosted by Sam. He's been on Dirty Laundry a bunch of times and, like, really embarrassed himself. So it's like, this is a dude who's not afraid to, like, let the shit fly and just let comedians clown on him.
Yeah. He's got a really good like view of himself. I think it's like I can be laughed at. It's fine.
Yeah, and it makes him feel more. At least I feel make him feel more approachable, and thusly I want to watch the shows he's making.
Yeah.
Although of like everyone I've seen on Dropout, I feel like the person that would be the most fun to just hang out with would be Jacob. Yeah,
no, he reminds me of Jake the dog from Adventure Time, just in human form and can't transform. Because that's the vibe he gives.
Yeah, just super chill. It's just going to be a great vibe, awesome chat. We're just going to hang out and be a good time and be like, damn it, I got to hang out with Jacob. That's cool.
Yeah. All right, we should stop fanboying over the guys in Dimension 20. Fuck. They'll never hear this, thankfully, so we're fine.
Look, if we manifested enough.
That's another sponsorship we can do. Dimension 20.
Yeah. If we woke up with an email from one of these pricks, I'd probably squee. So
I would 100% be like, we'll rip every episode off YouTube and Spotify and put them all on Dropout.
Yeah, done. Oh, God. But do we have any other topics we have to talk about today?
The only other major one we had was that Chinese robot that looks like it tries to fucking go someone.
Yeah.
See, the question is, does it try to go someone or does it lose balance?
I think it loses balance.
Yeah, I know, because it kind of like lunges, but it doesn't lift any arms up, and it kind of does the like squiggle thing that the bipedals do when they're trying to balance.
Yeah. So I reckon it just lost balance, was falling forward, and they managed to catch it, but I also don't think they're AI.
Neither do I, because like right behind it, after they get it back up and they move it back into the center, you can literally see the guy in the background with a remote.
Yeah. Same thing happened at Musk's like ball thing he threw, where it's like, all my inventions, and it was just people piloting the robots, so they were voicing for them.
I think
because it's like, they were shilling them as being like, it's all AI. Like, no.
If you look at the fence where it's caught up, it's sort of angled away from it before the flat wall, and so there's nothing there for it to sort of lean into or for it to straighten itself off. So if it's already over tipped, it trying to stand up is going to look like it's fucking jagged movement.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't think it's actually trying to attack anyone.
I've don't
seen
think
it
AI is that
way.
competent, so...
I agree with you. I don't even think it's that. I don't even think that it's AI.
No, I reckon someone pushed the wrong button on the remote and walked forward when it shouldn't have. It went off the rail.
Pretty much.
But people are looking for reasons to be angry at stuff lately.
Oh, there was one last thing which I'm slightly lament to end the episode on because we're getting close to our usual end time. The United States wants to start getting people who have autism to sign up voluntarily to a registry.
Yeah, because that has never ended badly in all of history.
The fact that I don't think any like people are like, oh no, people are reading too much into it. Yeah, but like everyone thought the same thing though.
Yeah, like you are literally following the same procedure. Just that's why history majors are crying.
At least like make it look like you're not copying the homework. God damn.
Yeah, because at first it starts with, we've just made a list. Just having a list is fine. Don't look over there. That's a happy fun time camp. And then things get progressively worse.
Well, that or it's like, okay, we can now go, these are all autism people. Okay, cool. Like, there's a lot of them, and a lot of them don't agree with this. Cool, well, we'll just designate that as something, and then we can start stripping away rights.
Yeah. Strip away rights.
We've got a nice list of who they are, so we can... Or just things like removing votes.
Yeah, true.
Or, you've got autism, that means you need a certain level of care, and now we get to decide what that care is. And it might be incredibly oppressive.
Yeah. It's all heating up over there.
Yeah, it is. No.
I'd be much happier if that was just happening in a bubble, but it will impact the rest of the world, unfortunately. So just go and ruin yourself in the corner. Do not involve me.
Right, one is something to lighten the mood for the end of the episode. We can't end on that. Come on.
I have recently begun the urge to get back into comics. Mostly because I've been scrolling through Instagram and a creator called Superhero, I think it is. His stuff kept catching me because it's really short, maybe 5-6 minute videos, just going through a character and what their powers are and shit. It's God damn it, this is fun. He explains
when comics used to be actually fun.
Yeah. He explains Nightcrawler's BAMF powers, how they work, and he goes into proper deep lore because this guy has been around for comics for so long. It's right, here's the original version of his backstory. He's the current one. It's the differences between. So
that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Also, I've been watching a lot of the Y-Files again. So
yeah, I've been meaning to get back into that.
Back down your conspiracy hole.
Look, I never leave the conspiracy hole. I live.
It just goes dormant while it gathers new evidence.
Yeah. If I leave the hole, I have to take off the tinfoil hat. We can't have that. But I love conspiracies. They're so much fun. And currently, apparently, the aliens are on the way again, so who knows?
Yay.
I hope one day it'll be true, because maybe then we won't have to deal with this kind of shit.
Well, so long as they don't unveil our reptoid masters, it's okay.
Exactly. We're not done yet.
Not that there are any reptoids.
None. Stop
not
looking at that. That's not a zipper. But that's all I can vamp for. The vamp juice is gone, lads!
Yeah, I got...
the problem is, the only other thing I really want to talk about, Shock Horror, after this we're recording the Might Play, is part of that. It's god damn it.
Oh yeah, no, there are certain games that I want to gush about this month, but I can't because we're not there yet. It's just the squirrel in the head is going insane.
Oh, fuck. You know what? That's it. I don't care. We're done. Yep. The train has nothing. We're out of coal. There's no heat in the boiler.
This thing derailed about 3 miles back. We've been walking. And
we're nah, that's it. We're sitting here until someone rescues this. We're done.
Yeah.
There ain't no rescue coming.
Look, man, I'm not going to pretend like I've ever known how to end this show.
I don't think they have an ending. We should just start doing the Sopranos endings, ending halfway through a sentence.
I mean, I have to edit these. So every now and then I'll listen to it and it will be completely all about a topic, and then there'll be a 2-second gap, and I'm that's it, we're out. It's just why did I end that like that?
You should start getting the old Tannoy system sound, the bing bong sounds from announcements. Just put that at the
end. Just put an alarm on my phone with a weird noise. Just be the alarm says we gotta stop.
Yeah, just end with a wah every time. Go full Waluigi.
Alright, I think we'll call that a day.
Yeah.
Y'all have a good one.
Bye.
See ya.
Ah. Ah.